So I think a lot of us live in this kind of perpetual state of knowing that we have too much stuff, knowing that we should do something about it, but not really knowing where to begin. So instead, we live in this bubble of avoiding it all completely, all the while bringing in more and more stuff and just exacerbating the problem. But avoiding the clutter is not helping matters at all. So instead of living in a cluttered home and avoiding the problem altogether, it is time to do something about it. But the question is, where do I start? I hear this question a lot. I'm overwhelmed by my stuff, I have too much, and I have no idea where to begin. I found that a lot of people who are struggling with just that overwhelmed feeling of not knowing where to start really just need somebody to come alongside them and hold their hand and kind of be their cheerleader, be their accountability to get these things done and to get the clutter out of their house. It's really hard for us to start, but I promise you, once you begin, you will kind of start to build that decluttering muscle and get that decluttering momentum, and you will make progress a lot faster than you ever thought possible. Unfortunately, I cannot come to all of your houses to help you guys declutter, but I definitely can be your accountability right here online. And if you ever need help, come back to this video and hopefully these steps will kind of give you that refresher and that reminder of how to get back into decluttering. So as you begin your decluttering journey, I think that there are 4 different steps that you can take to really build those muscles and get yourself started decluttering so that you really have a lot of momentum behind you as you continue moving throughout your journey and throughout your home. I think that there are 4 questions that we can ask ourselves as we start decluttering before we even pick up a trash bag, a box, a marker, a label maker, anything that we need to declutter our homes. Before we even start, we need to ask ourselves these first 4 questions. And I think the very first question we need to ask is, what would be a quick win? So many of us just need that motivation to get going. We need a quick win under our belts. I think Dave Ramsey has the baby steps, and he says, pay off your debts from smallest to largest. I think that decluttering our home kind of is along the same lines. I think that we can find something small to do, find a really small quick win that's going to really make a big impact. So what you're looking for in your home, the first thing you want to declutter is a small 15-minute project that's going to have a high impact. And so if we have a 15-minute project that we can tackle today, like right now, go do it right now as you're watching this video, you will see a lot of benefits and a lot of gains from that one project. So I think that there's a lot of different areas in our home that we could tackle in 15 minutes. One thing that comes to mind is a nightstand. So your nightstand drawer, if it's cluttered, if it's packed, maybe you don't have a nightstand and it's just like the clutter is just kind of like spilling out over the area around your bed. Maybe you just have like a solid table and you've got stuff shoved underneath. Whatever it is, declutter that space around your bed. And all of a sudden, going to bed is a much more peaceful experience. When we lay down at night and our cortisol levels are already just kind of spiking because we see all of this clutter beside us, that's not relaxing, that's not peaceful, that's not calming, that's not allowing us to go to sleep quickly and easily. So go to your nightstand right now and declutter that. If that's not an area that you're struggling with, find maybe a bathroom drawer, a kitchen drawer that you guys get into often. Maybe if you work from home, there might be a couple desk drawers that are really causing you a lot of frustration. So think of a small space that causes a lot of frustration, but can be a really quick win. And that's where I want you to start. So once you have tackled that, that's the stuff that you're gonna do today. That's your very first step. When you get done with that today, step back and say, I have tackled my first decluttering project and I'm feeling good. Maybe you've got motivation to keep going, but maybe you don't have motivation to keep going and you just need to wait until tomorrow, and that's okay. So now is the time that you're going to look around your home and you're going to find a space that's probably a little bit bigger. It's going to be maybe an entire room, maybe an area, maybe a closet of some sort. I think when I think about areas like this, something that's causing a lot of frustration is an area that we use frequently or that we access frequently. So maybe your master closet, maybe you need to declutter your clothes. Maybe it's your kitchen. Maybe it's, your baking area or your cooking area. Maybe you're not your entire kitchen. Maybe just a section of your kitchen that you really need to tackle that will make you feel a lot better. Maybe it's like a mud room, your entryway, those types of spaces. Now, don't go tackle your sentimental items. Don't go tackle big storage spaces like garages or basements or attics. That is for down the road. That is for once you have built up those decluttering muscles. Those are not spaces that you're going to tackle right off the bat. Those will get you discouraged. They will make you feel defeated and you will lose all of your momentum. Instead, find a space that you use frequently that's going to be a little bit of a bigger project. That's going to be your second step. What space is causing me the most frustration? Go there and give yourself time to tackle that space. Now, question number 3 is, how much time can I devote to decluttering? Most of us are busy. We live busy lives. I feel like that is like the phrase that people use. How are you doing? It's not fine or good anymore or well, it's I'm busy. And I think that's just like society now. We are all so busy. So trying to squeeze in time to declutter our homes can feel really daunting and really overwhelming when we already have a very, very packed schedule. But I am here to tell you that it does not take setting aside hours and hours a day to get your home decluttered. You can give yourself 10 to 15 minutes a day and see really big progress if you're consistent with that time. If you say every day when I get home from work, if you get home from work at, let's say you get home from work at 4:30. When I get home from work, I'm going to spend from 4:30 to 4:45 decluttering an area of my home. And as I work, I'm going to set a timer and I'm going to stop after 15 minutes. And I'm going to pack up those things as I declutter them and throw them in the back of my car. And as I have a full load to take to the drop-off center or to the donation center, wherever you're taking your decluttered items, you drive those there the next day. It does not take as much time as we think. 15 minutes a day is only 1% of your day. However, if you take 15 minutes a day and you spread that out over an entire week, all of a sudden you're decluttering for almost 2 hours a week. And over the course of an entire month, over 30 days, you have just spent 7.5 hours decluttering your home. So think about the progress that you can make really quickly, doing just really small chunks consistently. The changes in your home are not going to happen overnight. But I'm willing to bet that if you are consistent with your decluttering habit, you're going to make changes a lot faster than you think. So the 4th question that we need to ask is, what room or space do I want to tackle in my home first? So my suggestion is always, once you've gotten a small win under your belt, once you've tackled a bigger space that has caused you a lot of frustration, that you're kind of really building those muscles, those decluttering muscles, and you've got that momentum behind you, you've decided how much time you are going to spend decluttering each day. Once you've done those 3 things, then the next question is to say, where do I start going through the rest of my home? So my suggestion is always to start in your lived-in spaces. So this is going to be living rooms, family rooms, kitchens, dining rooms, mud rooms, any of those spaces that are kind of communal spaces. Do not start with other people's stuff. Start with your stuff. Start with the stuff that you're in charge of and declutter those areas first. Those lived-in spaces are going to be less sentimental. Most often, you might have books, which may be sentimental to you. You might have photo albums, which will definitely be sentimental, but they're going to be really practical items. Things like blankets in your living room, things like maybe some toys, maybe your kitchen items. They're going to have, dining room, like serviceware. You're going to have things by your entryway that maybe you need to just kind of declutter and organize, keys and those types of items. Those are going to be easy, right? And then we're going to move into our bedroom. So you're going to tackle one bedroom at a time. Always start with your space first. So probably the master bedroom. Start there. Start with your stuff and go room by room. And then once you've tackled the bedrooms, tackle bathrooms and laundry areas. And then the final space is to tackle storage spaces like garages, attics, basements, barns, that sort of thing. That is your last thing to tackle because they are big and they can be overwhelming. So I do have a bonus tip. My bonus tip is that you need to stop shopping. You need to kind of do a spending freeze. of sorts, at least with non-consumable items. So if you're fighting against yourself, if you're constantly going through stuff, but you're bringing in more, then it's just kind of like this constant battle of, you know, what can I get rid of, but then what can I bring in? And it's just like this weight that just keeps shifting back and forth, and you're not making progress. You're not seeing the results from all of the hard work that you're putting in, because decluttering is hard work. It takes time. And so if you're taking out 1 donation bag a week, but you're bringing in 3 to 4 bags from Target, you're gonna really be fighting against yourself. So really try to do a spending freeze, even if you can just do it the first month that you're tackling your decluttering, and just say, I'm not going to buy any non-consumable items this month while I'm decluttering, and see how much progress I can make. I have a feeling that if you do that, you're going to kind of see the benefits of that. And while maybe you might begin to shop a little bit more, maybe your shopping habits will change just a little bit. And if you are one of those people who is very highly motivated by rewards, don't forget to reward yourself. So maybe say, once I get my living spaces done, let's go out for a nice dinner. Or once I've decluttered my clothes, I'm gonna make a list of a couple of items that I really would like to add to my closet, so that I can go and put those on my phone and make a list and be diligent to find those specific items and nothing else. But reward yourself. Don't feel like you can't shop. The point is not to buy nothing. The point is to buy less. And I have a feeling that your home will not only be the one thanking you for it, so will your bank account. So just think about where you could be this time next month, in 3 months or 6 months. What about this time next year? How much progress could you make on your home? Could you declutter your entire space in 6 months? I bet you could. I bet you could take the time and do that. And if we never start, we will never know. So if you have 15 minutes a day, if you have 1 hour each weekend, if you have 30 minutes a couple times a week, you're going to see progress, and you're going to see progress a lot quicker than you think you will. Just stay consistent. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found this inspirational and motivational, and I hope that you found some good tips to help you get started decluttering your home. If you did, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Make sure you like this video so that I know to make more videos just like this. And head over to Instagram and make sure you follow me over there, where I share more decluttering and simple living motivation. I will see you guys in my next video. Have a great day, guys.